All right, so for this video, and this is the last one in this unit, we're going to talk about multiple percents. So multiple percent problems are just word problems or real life scenarios where more than 1% is involved. So you all know when you go to the store, you go buy your items. Suppose you're going to buy an outfit. You'll take it to the cash register. The cashier will ring it up, and there'll be something called a subtotal. Of course, the subtotal is the price before tax. Okay. But you might also have received some discounts. Okay. So suppose you buy a pair of pants and the pants cost you $70, but you have a 20% discount on them. Well, just because you still have to pay tax doesn't mean you don't get your discount. Number one, they're going to give you your discount first. So you would receive a discount of 20%. So they take the 20% off the $70 pants, which are some expensive pants, which means you'll be paying 80% cost on the $70. But number two, they're still going to put, because your subtotal is going to be less because of the discount, they're still going to tax that subtotal. So this would be an example of multiple percents. And suppose if you have a 10% tax, you'll still get it, but you'll get that at the end. Okay. Also, other examples, you go to a restaurant and your food ends up being $30, and that's just a subtotal. Then they tax it, but then you also decide that you want to leave a tip. So if you have a $30 balance and they tax it, your bill's going to go up. But then if you add a tip, your bill's going to go up even more. But you just want to make sure that you do these multiple percent problems in order for me, okay? And don't combine percents. So, right. I talk about the tip that you want to leave at the restaurant, and of course, you get a tax. You're not going to take. Suppose you want to leave a 10% tip. You're not going to take 10% and add it to maybe a 10% tax and say, "Oh, I'm paying 20% and all." You don't do that, okay? You do each one separately. All right, so let's take a look at some examples. Marlene's bill came to $45, and this would be her subtotal, guys. That's the total before any tax or any discounts or anything like that. All right, so her bill came to $45, but she has a 15% off coupon. That's important. So if she has a 15% off coupon, she's not going to pay the entire 45. And then there's a 6.5% sales tax. That's important. I'll need you to write this in on your notes for me. Write this in, which I haven't read, which says, what is the final bill? And I'm going to circle the word final. So I'm looking for the price after the total price after the coupon and the tax have been added. Since I'm looking for the final cost, I'm going to use the methods that I showed you when I first introduced percents on those cards, like card 1, card 2, card 3, and card 4. All right, so the first thing we know is that she's receiving 15% off. She has a 15% off coupon, which means that if we're looking for final cost again, I have to take a look at what she's actually going to pay. If they're taking 15% off, they're taking 15% off of 100, which means she's only going to pay 85%. So she's going to pay 85% of that $45 bill. So I'm going to do that step right now. Okay, she's going to pay 85%, which is 0.85 of that $45 bill. So 0.85 times 45. And let's just see what that's going to reduce her bill to. 0.85 times 45. So her new bill will now no longer be $45, but $38.28. Okay? But that doesn't give the final cost, because not only is there a 15% discount, then there is a second thing, which is a 6.5% sales tax. It tells us that right there. So now a tax makes things go up. So I'm going to pay 100% of that $38.25. So we'll no longer talk about $45. We're talking about 100% of this. Okay? So we're going to pay 100% of that. Plus, they're going to tax that 6.5%, which means we're going to pay a total of 106.5%. We're going to pay 106.5% of this amount. So what I'm going to do is just go ahead and change this to a decimal. Slide this 1, 2 places to the left. So I'm going to take my $38.25 and multiply times 1.0625. The decimal version of the percent, 106.5. So we know we're paying the whole 100%, plus we're going to pay that 6.5%. Excuse me. I don't need to put the 2 on there. That's my fault. Sorry about that, guys. So plus we're paying that 6.5%, which means we're paying that in all. So let's go ahead and multiply that. All right, so round it to the nearest 100. As money is rounded, that's going to be $40.74. So the final bill or the final cost will equal $40.74. Make sure you do them in order as I did. Number 1 was the 15% discount. Number 2 was the 6.5% sales tax. Okay, but make sure the sales tax is applied to the sale price, not the original bill. All right. Okay, let's take a look at number 2. Y'all hold on for a second. Okay, so number 2 says my bill at Office Max was $156.50. That's important. But then I get 10% off because I'm a teacher. Then the checkout gave me an additional 15% off for being awesome. So I want to know my final bill. So I'm going to bubble in this word final. Final means that I need the actual cost that I'm going to pay in the end. I'm not looking for just a discount the first or second time. I'm looking for the final bill. So what am I going to pay after the discounts have been applied? So for instance, number 1, I'm just getting 10% off. Okay. There's my 10% off. Well, 10% off of 100, which means I have to pay 90%. So I got to pay 90%. The first thing I have to do is pay 90% of this bill. 90% of this bill is 0.90 or 0.9, because all you have to do is slide this 2 places to the left. 1, 2. I'm just going to drop that 0 and put 0.9. Okay, instead of 0.90. So I got to pay 90% of $156.50 instead of, or as opposed to paying the entire 100%. So you got 0.90 times $156.50. So because I'm a teacher, my bill after the 10% discount is $140.85. Okay. Then the cashier decided he was going to do me a favor. He's going to give me an extra 15% off. All right. So I am going to take an extra 15% off the 100% that I now owe. The 100% that I now owe is this one. Okay. I owe 100% of that. Not this. Okay. Not this anymore. So we're going to take 15% off of that, which means I have to pay 85% of this. Okay, that's slide the decimal 2 places over. And guys, I know I already had this stuff written over here, but make sure you're pausing the video and writing it too. All right, so I'm going to pay 85% of the $140.85. 0.85 times 140.85, which means now I only owe $119.72. This is after the second discount. So after the second discount, I only owe $119.72. I wish that was real. We don't get additional discounts off. We do get some discounts, but not normally. We don't get two at the same time. Okay, let's take a look at 3. Your subtotal came to $35.50. The sales tax is 6%, so I got to add money onto that. Okay, I got to pay an additional 6% besides paying 100% of that. Then you also want to leave a tip. So you're out maybe eating or something like that. You want to leave a 15% tip. You're very nice. What is the final bill? Well, it's asking me for the final bill again. So I want the bill after the tax and after the tip. So these are going to be things I add on to the $35.50. All right, so let's take a look. First of all, you're going to pay a 6.5% sales tax. There's your 6.5% tax. Well, you got to pay 100% of the bill, plus you got to pay that tax. So 100% of the bill plus the tax, which means you got to pay 106% of that $35.50. I'm going to change this by changing it. I'm going to change it to a decimal by moving it 2 places to the left. So I have to pay 1.06 or 106% of that $35.50. I just changed my percent to a decimal so I can work with it. So let's figure out what 106% of $35.50 is. Of course, 100% is $35.50. So when I add the 6%, it's going to be more than $35.50. We should know that. So the tax is going to increase my bill to $37.63. But that isn't the only percent. Next, I want to leave a tip. So I'm going to pay 100% of the bill, and this would be the new bill. So I'm going to pay 100% of this. But I also want to leave a 15% tip, which means I'm going to be paying 115% in all. So I'm going to slide this decimal from behind the 5 because it's an invisible decimal at the end. 1, 2. Remember, if you don't see a decimal, it's always at the end. So basically, I need to figure out what 115% of this new amount is. I'm going to use the decimal form of 115, which is 1.15, times my new bill of $37.63 to see how much that's going to make that go up. Let's see. $37.63 times 1.15, which means after they add in the tax and I leave my 15% tip, I will have paid $43.27. This is my final bill, including the tax and tip, guys. Okay, let's take a look at 4. 4 actually has 3% in it. Okay. All right, so we got a pair of shoes. The ticketed price is $49.99, but it's marked off 15%. So let's just take that. Let's just do that right now. It's marked off 15%. So 15% off of what? 15% off of $100, which means you're going to pay 85%. So I'm just going to take these one at a time. That's going to be 0.85. So in step 1, you're going to be paying 85% of that bill. 85% of $49.99, not the full 100% because they're taking off 15. So let's see what 0.85 times $49.99 is. $42.49. Now the new bill after the discount is this. Okay. Let's see what happens after that. So this was all that was step 1. Step 2, you have a coupon for an additional 10% off the sale price. Well, this is the new bill, which is the new sale price. So now I got to take 10% off of that. Okay. All right. So in step 2, I'll be working with this number right there. But instead of, I'm taking 10% off of that sale price. So I won't be paying 100%. I'll be paying 10% less than 100, which means I have to pay 90% of that sale cost. So I'm going to slide my decimal 2 places over. 1, 2. So I'm paying 90% of this new bill. 0.90, or you can go 0.9 of the new reduced bill. Please do not put it on this bill. That is no longer, we don't use that anymore. Okay, we use that in step 1 when we took 15% off of it. Now in step 2, we're going to use this bill, which is the new sale price. But they're going to take an additional 10% off that sale price, okay? So let's figure out if we take 10% off, which means I have to pay 90% of it. That's why I got that 0.9, because I got to pay 90% of $42.49 because they only took off 10% of it. All right, so now that leaves us with paying a little less, which is $38.24. That is the newest sale price. The original sale price was this, and the newest sale price is this one, okay? So let's take a look at the third one because we got a third one. All right, so after you get the 10%, 15% off, and then you get an additional 10, here's the third one. Yet you, of course, will still have to pay the sales tax, guys, and it's 6 7/500% sales tax. Now this says what's the total cost because it's total again. That's why I'm going to be subtracting from 100, adding 100 because it's asking for total. So tax makes things go up. So I'm going to add that 6.5% tax to my 100-cent bill. Okay. The new 100-cent bill is this one, that newest sale price. And then, of course, we got the tax. So that means altogether, I will be paying 106.75% or 106.75% of that newest sale price. I am going to, now some people saying, well, this is already a decimal. It's not. It's actually a percent. That's why you see that. So I'm going to take that decimal and slide it 2 places to the left so that I only have a decimal. So I'll be using that decimal version of 106.75%. Okay, I'm going to pay that percent on my newest sale price, which is $38.24. Please do not use the $42.49. That was the original sale price before the additional 10% off. So 1.0675 times the newest sale price of $38.24 means that I now will owe them $40.82. I expected it to go up because a tax makes things go up. So I know I was going to pay a little more than this. So after both discounts, and the tax, you owe $40.82, guys. All right, we got one more. And again, make sure you're pausing the video and writing these down for me. All right, let's take a look at 5. A store priced a guitar at $280, but later marked it down 40%. So if they marked it down 40%, you're not going to be paying 40, you're going to be paying 60%, which is equivalent to 0.60 or 0.6, guys. So I'm going to be paying 60% of that 280. Let's see. What is 60% of 280? 0.60 times 280. Went down a lot. $168 is the new markdown price. A markdown is a sale. Okay, that's my new sale price. All right, then it goes on to say, today, a salesperson named Jeanette sold the guitar. Now, she's a salesperson, which means she's going to get commission, guys. So she's going to earn 18% commission on that sale price. All I want to know for this question is how much commission did she make? Okay, I'm not interested in how much it went up or how much it went down. I already know it went down to $168. She's not going to get commission on the 280 because they marked it down. Probably would have been nice, a lot nicer than having commission only on 168. She's only going to receive commission on this sale price. That's it. So 18% commission is just 18%. It's not a markup, nor is it a markdown. So you don't add 100 or subtract from 100. You just keep the 18%. It just means that you're going to earn 18 pennies for every dollar. So basically, you're going to earn 18 pennies 168 times. 18 pennies or 18 cents times 168. Let's see how much money she gets off that sale. So I got 18% commission times 168. She's only gonna earn $30.24 off that sale. So that's her commission. Again, guys, you keep the 18. You don't add 100 to it because commission doesn't make things go up. It's just the money you get for selling something. Commission doesn't make things go down, so you don't subtract it from 100. So whenever you're dealing with commission, you just keep the percent the same. I think in those cards, I probably had it. I may have had it in the card where it was on the wrong one. I have to go back and look. But I'm just telling you, for test and review purposes, if you're dealing with commission, keep your percent. Okay? All right, that's it. Thank you.